Not live? Should be live. Give it a couple of minutes and then we're gonna. Oh, we are live. What's going on, champs? Hope you guys doing well. Happy Thursday. I mean, it's gloomy here in the UK. It's freaking rainy as fuck over here, but it is what it is, though. How's it going, guys? You know, it's been a very interesting day yesterday, actually, with whole cryptocurrency just popping up here and there and whatnot. Pirate, you can see it, don't can you? What I just spoke to you about, if you look carefully. But what's going on, guys? Hey, we got who do we have in this though? Oh, did you? Nah, man, I'll be fine. I'll be alright. You know, I still gotta do it for this stream as well. I won't be on for too long anyway. I'm gonna try to yeah, what you call it? Yeah, I won't drag the stream for too long as well. Yesterday was a really long stream, and let's have a look what we got here. So what we'll do, we'll talk about crypto itself. In terms, we'll just run through BS. That's wrong. ES dollar index. Where's my lighter? ES dollar index, BTC and Ethereum, and we'll just go from there as well. And that's pretty much it. We won't be too long on this one. Not feeling my best today, so I don't know if you can tell, the energy is a little bit lower today as usual, but we can still get cracking on and see what's going on and play the market as it is. I mean, are you guys enjoying the run? It has been quite an interesting run, hasn't it, with cryptocurrency. I mean, Ethereum yesterday with the guys, we were playing it, and the whole day we're just like playing longs, you know, longs and longs and longs, cutting the trade, waiting for the pullback, long again, cutting the trade, wait for the pullback, long again. So it has been quite an interesting day. So, which makes us think, yeah, so that it's not always going to be up every single day. There's going to be moments where it's going to pull back, and it's going to have a pullback. I'm looking at dollar index right now, and it's pulling back as it is. So we're just going to have to monitor what dollar index does over the next, 15 minutes, over the next couple of hours, going into New York really as well, because New York's going to start in a couple of hours. So at least we have a preparation going forward there. So what's going on? Who do we have in the chat as well? We got Cryptique in the house. Morning to you, Justin, Guna. Good to have you there. Morning Stars here. Trade with ND. We got Pirate in the house as well. Eleanor's here as well. Rico. We got Bird League. It's Adam 13. Nicholas. Caroline's here. How you doing, my bro? It's been a while, man. Yeah, I'm gonna make it a short stream. I'm still gonna be in the group anyway. We'll still keep it going in it because obviously a play is a play. We still gotta play it on a daily basis. It's not a problem there. We've got Dean Suleiman as well. Dean, I have got your message too as well. I will have to respond back to that as well really soon. I don't think I've ignored you, Dean. Miko, what's going on? Morning to you guys there. So smash the likes, right? Hit the subscribe button if you haven't hit, and let's get cracking. So dollar index, what's happened with dollar index? It's been an interesting one with dollar. I mean, I got loads of bullshit over here if you think about it. A lot of bullshit here. Let me just delete some of this stuff. What we need to focus on. Fucking hell. So this is a range bound environment here. Okay, I'm gonna highlight this. So you see, let me put it in 30 minutes. Yeah, put it on 30. Fuck it, 1 hour. Because we need to get some more data in there. There we go. So you see how dollar index, we've got a bit of a range over here. And what is the range in particular? We've got this range high. We've got this range low. And then I'm just going to mark out the mid-range, 75 and 25, okay? That's the focus of the range. And I'm just going to highlight this and then delete everything off, okay? So, as you can see, price has been in this position for quite some time here. From actually, this is pretty much the month, from the end of September back into October itself, and price has come back down. And what's so key about the mid range? Well, look at this. We come back up there, finds resistance to the deviation, sells off, makes the range low, resistance gets up, support, deviation gets back up, deviation. We can't get back up to the range high there. We stop off at the 75% range, made the double top there, sells off, finds resistance, and then breaks down, a very, very drastic breakdown back onto the range low. Take out the stops over there on dollar index. And this, is it a deviation or is this just a thingy? A retest. We don't really know entirely, but we'll figure it out really soon. For us to actually work it out, for us to realize that if it's going to be a deviation or a pullback, well, the first thing we need to start looking for is where are the areas, the key areas that we need to be, aware of. Number one, so if you look here, you see this area here. This was the last low that sent the market back up, right? So this is going to be a key area. You can see there's a range band environment that actually got stuck right here. So you got cap between both sides of the market on both sides of the range before it actually breaks out. So all we've done so far at the moment, we're just retesting this little area. That's all we've done. We're doing a little bit of a retest. Now the question is, are we retesting it to reclaim it and hold into it? And then once we reclaim this, then we shoot back up into this level and then back into 25%. And if we reclaim this, go back to this area here, and then we'll see what happens next there. Because then it looks like we go back to mid-range. And if that goes up on dollar index, right? If the dollar index start to push up, that means ES is going to pull down and then your crypto is going to pull back as well. So that, which makes you think that, okay, yesterday was a good day, the day before was a good day. So Tuesday, both Tuesday and on Wednesday, it has been a really, really good day, like in just longs. So we've been scalping longs all the time. Pirate's been freaking phenomenal, genius when it comes to these heat maps in the group as well. So slight chance we hit 1700 today and back in chop. Yeah, I do believe so. 1700 is quite a key area. I'll talk about 1700 in a moment. I did that yesterday, briefly talk about it as well, but I do think 1700 is a very key area. So if I'm going to play longs on a breakout, 1700 would be a target that I'll be cutting that majority of my position off. So we'll see what happens. It's GDP announcement today. I think it is today actually. You're right. Let's have a look. Actually. Thursday. Yeah, GDP today 130. So the market's going to be a bit shit. Really, it's going to be a bit slow. Nothing too. It all comes down to what happens after 130. The volatile move will be after 130 around that time. Around 130 itself, UK time itself. So we got what time is it? Like 10:14 now. So we got like less than 3 hours. So we'll see how this goes over the next 3 hours there. What I'm concerned about is this now. If this bring this back up. If this price action actually happens, it's not that good for crypto for the time being. But then you need to bear in mind it is the month end, so any pullback will make sense, because what would happen is, because what we've done, like I will go into crypto and stuff, on especially Ethereum and Bitcoin, we've smashed above the monthly open. Not only have we smashed above the monthly open, we're making we don't want to have a flat body candle on the top as a monthly close. What tends to happen, we have a wick. So a pullback is quite normal in terms of crypto, which makes sense over here as well, because look, the monthly, I mean, like on dollar index, where was the monthly open? So 4th October, right here. So it's the third. It's about here. This is where it is. So the key area we're looking at, it's around this area here. It's about somewhere around here. This is the key area we're looking at as well, which actually makes sense if we were to retest October's open and then rejects, no problem, and then that'll be we'll just carry on there. It is a bit risky to play towards the end of the month. I wouldn't recommend anyone to play so much apart from day trades and scalps, because we are coming to the month end itself. So this is where we get like profit taking a period during this moment now as well. So be very careful as well. Alts hasn't popped as hard as we want it to be compared to Ethereum and Bitcoin. So maybe November. So November could be an interesting month as well going ahead. So that's what we're looking for. Either either this play for the bullet, pull back into the range, or if we're lucky, coming back to GDP, and if all works out well, once we lose this low, then we can continue with the longs on Ethereum and BTC. Okay, so that's dollar index. Nothing much more to say. It's just stuck in a range band. I mean, interestingly enough, right? It's like below. Do you remember the trending the trending channel we talked about yesterday? The one in purple. Just focus on the purple over here. Well, we've come to the mid range, and it looks like a retest of the mid range. Finds resistance. Let's go. It makes sense. It would make sense, but I wouldn't be surprised if we come back as a deviation and then retest this, which came back to the monthly open there, retest this, and then sells back down as well and play within this channel itself. I wouldn't be surprised by that as well. So
We just look at it as it is, take things a little bit easier. I'm not in any trade at the moment. I did take a trade on Ethereum. I thought we were gonna get a breakout during the Asian period, but I got stopped out. That's -1R. We move on then. So that's dollar index. What's happening with ES? ES came back. It came to the area that I was talking about yesterday. So I don't know if you guys remember. I was talking about this area going to be an area of resistance, and that's what's happened now. This low here. So come into it, deviates above it, finds resistance, another deviation, and you can see we are making this channel here. So if we start to lose this, whoops, fucking hell, Jesus Christ, what the hell? Let's get a straight line. Being lazy there. If we do something like this, breaks out the trend line, finds a retest on the underside, breaks down, then we play it back down lower. I mean, this will be the first target there, and then once we lose, if we start finding resistance below here, let's start going down to this area here as a secondary targets, and then tertiary targets will be back into this as a retest, and then from this retest we'll see what happens, because what could happen is all this is just a consolidation for a retest to break out on the upside to go a little bit more higher. I do think there's more upside to ES going forward from the charting perspective, but this is just naturally to be a pullback area, nothing to actually worry about. It makes sense for a pullback. I mean, you can short the market on Ethereum and USD and BTC at the same time, but you know, it's like when it comes to trending markets, you don't want to tend to actually focus on you don't want to fight the curve, you know, where you can actually get pullbacks for longs, take the pullbacks for the longs, and that's it. You're long, that stop loss, fucking it's a pirate, just fucking an animal, that's what it is. So what's going on, Michael Caffrey? How you doing? Do you think the PCA data will have an effect on the market today? I think the main thing really it's GDP. GDP is definitely gonna have the main effect. That's really it. That's the truth is. I want to have a look at what Euro USD is saying actually before I even go on any further. I'll have a look at Euro USD in a bit. So that's what it is. Where like if ES breaks above this SR, and that's if, and holds above it, shows bullish market structure. Where do we go? We go straight to 25%, which is around 39.40 into this area consolidation. Can you see that? That was the last area consolidation, which sent the market back down. We had a retest off there. If I draw a block, you can see. So you see that? So then that's the area I'll be looking for as a target. Once we reclaim that area, then we can go up higher, fill out all this inefficiency, and go back to the next SR. Okay? So that's ES there. Nothing more to it to talk about apart from that. Let me have a look at Euro USD. So Euro USD, well, what we've done. Okay, so it's pretty similar as well. So where we come down to, we've actually found some resistance off. Let's go on the 4 hours. It's broken market structure on the upside. You can see it because you can see the market structure is quite bullish here. With a low, higher, low. This is a well, you can see this high taking out this high over there. Now all it looks like what could be doing is quite simply is we've got an SR right over here. That's it. It makes sense. Come back down for a retest. If it holds above it, happy days, let's go. And let's go on from these highs over there, and then we come into this base of target there, because you see this is a range band environment right here, and that's what we're looking to play. So then we're looking to play within this range to go back up to these highs there and see if we can take out these highs there. That's all it is. So pullback, it's quite natural. I wouldn't be surprised. We do have finesse moves. Let's have a look. If I have this SR right here, and this high here, yeah. So this is what's playing out. So let me just remove this, and you can see between these support and resistance, this is the range band environment it's playing, and all it's done is push back up. I wouldn't be surprised if we come back down over here and find support. Let's play back up to range high, and then we play it to these targets of these highs there. Okay, that's what I'm looking for Euro USD, which means that there's gonna be a bit of a pullback on crypto. I'm leaning towards a bit of a pullback in my opinion. But we'll see what happens after GDP. Bullish slug on the dollar index. Crypto's going down today.
I agree with that. I think crypto's gonna might go down by the looks of it. Looking at the euro dollar index and ES, it does make sense for a pullback anyway. You've never seen a YouTuber smoke live before? Ah, fucking this first time, bro. I've been doing this every single day, my bro. Smash the likes on it. You know what? I gotta start smoking though. I gotta start smoking. Yeah, Dixie doesn't look good though. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I'm quite cautious on longs. I'm very cautious on longs. But we can start looking for shorts actually. I do like shorts. Shorts is kind of fun. So yeah, let's go to BTC. What's happening with BTC? I just want to check on dominance. What the dominance saying? See, dominance, right? It's interesting. So let me just bring this up, right? So look on the daily. What it is, right? This is the range band environment here. Okay, price has been from this low to this high, low to high, low to high, high to low. And now we're trying to ascend back to high, right? It makes sense because this is a range bound environment, and I do think we're gonna come back up to the mid range. The thing is, right? You see this low over here? That's holding us. That's an SR. So we've got support over here, support there. Then when we lose it, resistance, deviation. We come back up. It's a bit choppy there, and we're finding support. If this finds support and holds above this, well, that means Bitcoin will actually go down. In my opinion, I think that's gonna go down. The question is this going to be a top for the rally? I don't know. I don't think so. We have to see. Fuck. The only issue is, right, is because we're coming to the end of the month. The YouTuber who smokes live and I think I'm the only one. I think I'm the only one who does this. Fucking hell. That's dank for you, isn't it? Fucking hell, this rolled up. I've been smoking cigarettes in it. It's fucked up my throat. And the thing is, I gotta smoke this roll ups now in it because it's a bit more easier. But the burn out so quickly, it's a bit annoying anyway. But if like looking at the Bitcoin dominance doesn't look good. If we reclaim and hold above it, it just looks like fucking going back up there. Reclaim this, off we go. Fill out all this inefficiency there. Come back to range high into this block of this is an area of consolidation that was happening years ago as well. So it's range banding until proven otherwise anyway. So I mean you can potentially see what. Let's have a look. Okay, we got like a trend line going on in there. Is there any support of trend line? Let's have a look. Let's go on the 4 hours. Maybe it makes it a bit more clearer. Looks like we're losing it actually. Nah, trying to find that support. Is that support at the moment? So once we come back down, find resistance, and we come back under this SR, then we can play back down to mid-range. From the mid-range, play back down to range low. And if this happens, then of course we're gonna have a bit more of a push in Bitcoin and crypto. But the way dollar index is looking, the way Euro's looking, and ES is looking, not too keen about today in terms of bullish phase. Not too keen, in all honesty. BTC, 5 minutes about the bottom. Eyes on. Oh, okay, interesting. So look at that. So this is what it is now. So we popped out, right? So we had this consolidation we talked about. Price. If I delete this for a moment, right? We're above the monthly open. So price has consolidated this in for about 5 weeks straight. Okay, we had some deviation on both sides, and we finally had a clean smash above. Right, not only had a clean smash, we're taking out these highs there. So naturally, we're gonna get a pullback. Remember how ranges play. A range, right? You got a range high and a range low. In between that, price gets capped between the two sides. Okay, we know that. When price breaks out, what we look for is a retest. So a retest is quite normal for an expansive play. So what that means, there's 4 phases in a range band environment. So you got consolidation, you got a breakout, a retest, and expansion. Okay, so this, oops, fuck off. So this, in black, is the consolidation. That's the breakout. And this is the retest, and that's the expansion. That's all it is, right? So what we've got there, and obviously you get some deviations here and there, but we're not going to talk about that today. As you can see, we've already done the breakout, right? So we did the consolidation over here, right? Some deviations there, that's not an issue there. We had the breakout, clean breakout, take out these highs there. So it's bullish there. We can all agree it's bullish. If we take out these highs, it's bullish. And then now we're looking for the retest. The question is how deep does this retest goes? I mean, everyone would like, right, to get a retest off this, yeah, hold above it, shows bullish market structure,
and then we can start looking for longs to go up higher prices. Everyone agrees with that. That's what we would like to get a long right off here, like a retest off here would be perfect. But this is trading. Trading doesn't give us a clean retest. Sometimes it can give us a retest off a previous high. So you could actually do a retest off here, but you could off there, or you could actually do a retest off here. I think I'm liking this idea, this as a retest, which makes sense. Why? Because that high over here in particular is acted as resistance, 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 and then we smashed above it. A quick retest there, and we'd like to see a curve, because when you see this, right, that's not healthy. You know, like when it's too close together, sometimes you see candles like this, a bit too close as a retest. That's not healthy to me, all right? Unless it's just too fucking bullish and then it's fucking carrying on there. But what's happening now is actually just curving off back for a retest. So this is a key area that we're looking for, and the area comes down to around 20.3k, yeah, 20.3k ish. That area itself off the highs, as long as we come back down, holds above it, and then we can say, yeah, let's go. And it'll be interesting. Why? Because then this this block of consolidation here will hold it as support, and then we can play into the next set of targets. The next set of targets there we'll be looking at. Let's have a look. Let me get my levels back up. Come on, get my levels back up. Where is it? Where did I put it? There we go. And then we get something like this. Put this back to where it was. There we go. There we go. Get something like this. Then I'll be looking for 21.7k. This will be the target there. Filling up this inefficiency. Do we squeeze into this area here? I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely taking some profit. This is the mid-range of July's mid-range. Once we take out some profits there, happy days. Once we get into there, squeeze into here. I don't know. I'm just trying to draw this out properly. So do we get into this area consolidation right over here? You see this? Price could come back down as a retest, as we discussed just now, off this high itself in particular. Come back for a retest, hold above it, squeeze into there. That'll be the main target there, and then we get a squeeze into here, looking and taking some profits there. And then I'd expect some reaction over here, break down and hold around, be a bit of choppy around the mid-range. It's quite perfectly normal there. The moment we get back up, reclaim this box over here, this consolidation there, then the next target there, 23.2k, then we look for 24.6k, which is July's range high, and that's it. And that's just a range bound environment of this literally, and that's what it is. What happens after that between here? I mean, do we, like we discussed yesterday, do we come back up, take out these highs there, and then break down, and then we short the market back down, and that's the high up, and that's the the bear market rally is over and done with? I don't know. I can't really tell you there. Do we take out these highs, or do we even come into the high itself? Let's just say this area of consolidation right here. Do we come into here, retest this, break down, and then go back lower? We don't know. Or the third option, which everyone's looking forward to, which would be nice, is reclaim of this area, bullish market structure, let's go up higher. 28k is the next target there. We don't know, but because it's a bear market rally, I'm not too concerned about going up to like 30k, 40k, 50k. I'm just gonna work this level to level. It's strictly level to level until proven otherwise. And when we break out of the level, we look for the next level. That's all it is. Which means if we break out of this level, what's the next level? Well, you're looking at this level over here, 28k's, around this area of consolidation right there. That's the next level of ranges we need to look out for. We've got thin moves over here to fill out. If it does fill out, we don't know, or it could just fucking sell off. So whichever comes up, we'll play it as it comes in. So looking at the 5 minutes. Oh, let's go on to 15 minutes. I mean, interestingly enough, yesterday, what we was playing yesterday was a lot of breakouts. And this is the good thing about bull runs. So you get these kind of breakouts. So you see these like trend lines over here. When you get these trend lines, it gives you see how price comes into these areas here, finds resistance, comes into it, finds resistance, finds resistance, finds resistance, 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 and you see it coils against that trend line. The moment you get a clean smash up, which we did, that's your indication for longs, and you're just playing at higher prices there. And that's what we did. We did the same over here yesterday, broke out of there. So we was playing this like non-stop. It was quite a lot of fun actually. It was a lot of fun, but then that's it. Now the next point is are we doing the same thing right here? I don't know. Again, I'll keep an eye onto Ethereum. So if you want more of a confirmation play, you look at something like this. So we got something like this, and the fact that we got this bit of deviation here, I'm not too fan. This tells me that we're gonna go a bit more low, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
if it was to be, it doesn't look like the same as this. You know how we had this consolidation there, then we clean smash up. We don't have that. We just have a deviation. So, and even here, if I were to draw a line here, draw this, right? You see how we got all this? This is resistance, and it's respecting that trend line really well. Resistance, 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 and then bang, shoots up there on the 15 minutes. But this is after two of these consecutive ways of actually breaking out of the trend line, we've actually got the first deviation there, which is kind of a bit shit though. I ain't gonna lie to you. But if you want confirmation to play out, break out of this high, clean smash above, hold above it, reclaim this high there, and then we can say, yep, let's play it back up to 21.7k, take out these highs and then send it off full blast mode. That's what we're looking for. So that's the way we be ideal, but it's a bit difficult, a little bit difficult. I ain't gonna lie to you. What's capping the market though? That's what we need to always try to understand. It's like there's always got to be something that's capping the market. There's got to be some sort of like area of consolidation that's capping the market. I probably can find something quite easily under 5 minutes, and truly it's this, right? So I just want you cast your attention to these areas there, and you see this area here. It's this here. This area is what's is capping the market. You see consolidation, get below this. It's back up, gets below it. Finds resistance, and we're grinding inside and below it, right? At the same time, we have a stop run, and then we're making lower highs. And these lower highs are not good, but we're finding below, getting up. It's such a choppy market here at the moment. Like it's just kind of messy at the moment, which means that, and also the fact that we've just taken out these lows there, that's not too great, because if we come back and retest this, we could sell off in time for GDP. We don't know if GDP comes out and dollar index is pushing up. This could exactly happen, and I look to take a short here, play the market down back to the next SR, just level to level. I won't play this for two. I won't be looking to play longs quite heavily on this at the moment, to be in all honesty, only because we tend to be in a bit of a bullish market. It's a bear market rally. I want to play the thing of the up moves. I can play a short move here and there, but I'm going to be a little bit cautious at the moment. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. I mean, confirmation, like I said, reclaim this block. Here we go, 21.7k. Let's go. That's the next thing. That's BTC done. Keep holding 4th September. Chain smoking market must be. What's going on, Ed? How you doing? John Kaboosh, good to have you here. So that's BTC, and let's just move on to Ethereum. Ethereum. It's just range banding within this area at the moment. That's what it is at the moment. So you can literally just play this range band to range band itself. Same situation as well with Ethereum. Let's just try and see if we've got some levels. No, it's not here. I'll come back to this in just a second there, 1 hour. So interesting enough as well. Let me delete this for a moment, and I'm going to touch base on that for a second. Okay, so interesting again with Ethereum. We popped up. You see how we had such a strong move up? Let me go on the 4 hours. I think it make it a little bit more clearer for you guys. You always have to remember, when you see a fast move up, do not phase the idea that there's a pullback that's going to happen. There's no issues with a pullback. Why? Because look what happened. We had such a fast move up, right? Just like this. We had a fast move up. We had a bit of a consolidation. Go back up. And then once we come back down, we fill out these moves there. Fast drop down. Comes back up. Fast drop down. After the fast drop down, we start grinding back up to fill out these moves up there. Fill out the inefficiencies on these sides over here at the same time as well. And then we start grinding back down. It's finding resistance on the range high, obviously. Come back down. Now, what we had, same thing as well. Consolidation, breakout, retest, expansion, right? That's what we're looking for. It's the same situation that we got here. So if I show you, let me just hide all this, and you can see this is the consolidation right over here. All this was just consolidation. Price consolidated here. We had a breakout. It's natural for a retest. Why? Because price is gonna have to have profit taken. It's like, if you like, picture this, right? Like if you're wondering why a retest actually happens, right? Like picture you got millions and millions of dollars, right, in the market. They're all longing, and everyone's longing.
Now, smart money, they're going to start taking profit because they know that, look, if I'll get like a good 10-20% move up, right, I'm going to take some profit off the table. Coming to the weekend as well, it's Thursday, especially Thursday and Friday, it's profit taking time, especially Friday itself. It's natural for the price to pull down when those millionaires, right, when there's big money, start taking money out. So that's what's looking to happen as well. You can literally see that we are finding resistance of what? Off this low over here. You see that? So this area, actually, yeah, just fuck it. Let's just focus on this area. So you can see right here, this area consolidation there, that's where it's finding resistance. It's wicked into it once, wicked into it twice, wicked into it 3 times, and now it's going to curve over for a retest, which means that it gives us another opportunity to buy back as long as it holds. So as long this, so now that the pullback happens, the question is, how far can the pullback happen? We can have a pullback off this high itself, for example, right? We can have a pullback off this high itself, or we can have a pullback off the range high itself. We don't know. What we do is monitor it level to level as we go. I do think, right, bringing back in the ranges, I do think it will make sense to put it back down, right? To come back down at least, I'd be quite happy to actually pull back into here. A very minimum of here, of this high here. I'd be quite happy for a very minimum to actually retest of here. Because the question is, does it come back down, holds into this, shows bullish market structure, then I can play the longs back into here, and then squeeze it back to 1700. 1700, what's so important is the second quarter's range low. It was, I showed it yesterday. You guys can actually have a look at the stream yesterday. I'm feeling all right. Just, you know what we talked about, what I told you about, it's just really, you can see it. You can see that it's on me. Like, but well, I'll message you afterwards as well. Just a chart, time frame is not visible. Is it not visible? Oh, she's gonna go scalp. All right, take care. See you in a bit. So, I mean, yeah, if he does this, I'm quite happy to take a long back into 1600 and then 1700, which would be the second quarter's range low. But if we have a deeper pullback, depending on what dollar indexes does, right, and it comes back into the mid range, I still wouldn't be fussed about this because this is all inefficiency to fill out, and then we hoard into it, reload it back up to 1600, and then let's play to 1700, and then to range high. And that's the trade there. That's pretty much it. There's nothing more to say about that. I mean, if you want to look for shorting as a shorting opportunity, how would you short this? Let's have a look. As a shorting opportunity, let's have a look. 15 minutes. Let's see if we get something clear. Okay, we got something here. I've got something here. That makes sense. I probably would do this actually. So you see this area here? That's what I'm looking to short. So we come back down, retest, come back down, retest, come back down, do a deviation, and then just retest, 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 retest. That's what so this block of consolidation, it's very, very key. So which means it's acting as heavy resistance. Fucking hell. Heavy resistance. Which means that any profits that you've taken, right, any longs you've taken, just be wary as well. Start making sure you take profits as well. Just because we've gone up for like a day or two doesn't mean that you hold the trade all the way through. Just be cautious and take your profits when necessary. Okay. So if you were to come back into this area here, into this like let's just say, let me just try and draw this out now. Let's say it comes into here and retest and holds below this. This is my confirmation for me to take a short, right? Play it back down, and as you can see, if I were to do a trend line, we've lost the trend line. We clearly have lost the trend line right there, which means that it's not good though. When you lose a trend line, right? Like just like we did the breakouts, just like when we have resistance, coils up, resistance, 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 and then we break out of it, we hold above it, and we look for bullishness. That's the bullish play, yeah. But it's the same situation when you got a trend line over here. So you find support, find support, find support, find support, till you lose it, and when you find resistance on the underside, break down the lows, and then that's your short, play it back down, all the way down, okay? And it's just the same thing. This looks like that. We can all agree with that. So which means that we can start looking for shorts then. I'm quite happy to actually enter in for shorts. I'm looking for shorts today actually. Fuck that. Might as well do it. I mean, where would I go? Like, what would I look for now? Once we start looking for shorts, I'd see this high is an area that I see as, you know, an area to for profit taking. Because we're going to come back down as a bounce. Oops, not like that. I can see it be holding into it. Maybe retest the underside of this low over here, because it's starting to form a range. What could happen is right like that. Retest this, and if it starts breaking down, can't find my position again, get back below here. That's your confirmation to go a lot more lower. And where do we go to? Next target, I would say it will be over here. And this base down here, play back down. And if we hold above it, no problem. Lose this low, let's come back to 1400. I think that's a fucking beautiful short though. That's actually a quite perfect short there. I wouldn't mind that. Where would I be completely wrong on this short? If we hold above it and break out of it on the upside, then I'll be looking for longs. Just like I discussed earlier on, break out of this. That's what I'll be looking for. But otherwise, I want to see. Where is it? I want to see this act as resistance all the way through. Can you see it? It just makes sense. A little bit of a deviation. I don't really fucking mind. But then do something like that. It'll be perfectly fine for me actually play the shorts down. And that's it. And that's pretty much it. There's nothing more to it as well. There's nothing much more to it. Prediction of GDP. I don't know. I don't really do predictions, to be honest. I'm not much of a forecast guy, you know. I'm more of a show me the fucking chart and I'll do the chart itself. But yeah, I think shorts, you know. Guys, let's fucking short the market today. Yeah, man, we had a good fun taking longs today. Yesterday we'd take some shorts. I like this plan. I really like this plan. I'm quite proud of it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm actually quite proud of it. Any questions? Morning, Adam. How you doing, brother? Thank you, Jordan. Smash the likes, everybody, man. The market ain't gonna be happy. I mean, the guys on Twitter ain't gonna be happy. It's like, yeah, me shorting the market. But if it presents itself, it presents itself. You know what I'm saying? So let's just see how that goes. I mean, I did miss an opportunity when you think about it. But obviously, I did not wake up at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean, this would be an opportunity for a short stop loss over here. These highs there, playing it back lower. It makes sense because you know what? This is the 75% range, playing it back down to range low. And I want to show you something else, right? Let me show you this, okay? If I do a Fibonacci from the mid range, play it back all to range high, and look what happened here, motherfuckers. It kind of fits in with what we're talking about. It does. Look where the bounce is. I mean, you couldn't make this up, right? But look what happens. This is the range low, right? Let me delete everything off, right? You see? This is the range low. This is the range high. Range low. This is the range high. That's the mid range. 75% of range, 25% of range. Come up there. We can't reclaim and hold above it, which means what? It's going to be a short. Now, how do I enter in? Right? If it starts breaking down and loses this low over here, for example, this is now making lower lows. That's the last lower low. That's the lower high. This is now the new lower low. I can place my stop here, playing it back down to mid range, lose the mid range, play it back down to 25% range, play it back down to mid range low, and that's it, done. Maybe front run it. I wouldn't mind front running it over here, off this little area here. You see this down candle there? Just front. Oops, you can't see it actually. There you go. Maybe front run it. I'll be quite happy to do that, but we'll see how it goes. But I think it's a short to in my humble opinion. I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm not gonna try and sugarcoat it and so on. But don't get too comfortable. It is a bear market. It is a bear market rally. Nothing is bullish in the market. Bitcoin halving is not yesterday. It wasn't yesterday or the day before. Bitcoin halving is happening in 2024. So there's no need for us to all get excited and jump about and say, yeah, we're gonna go up to higher price and whatnot. Just let it come to us. There's no need to rush it. Okay? Any questions before I head off? Because I think I just covered everything off, and it's pretty much quite as simple as you can make it. Make a one more cigarette. What's the difference between chart ETH USD and USD? And that's not much difference there. See, USD UL, right? Was back in the days, right? We didn't have USDT. So back in like 2017, we didn't have the USDT charts. You know, a lot of it was all like was Bitcoin, right? So now the USD, right, is basically United States dollar, right? Like it's the dollar, the real dollar. You know, the monetary dollar itself, like in American dollar. That's what it is. That's USD. USDT is basically the tether version, right, of on crypto as well, because it's not one for one. It's a slight difference, slight variation. But in terms of like the charts, like if you're charting at USD or USDT, there's not much difference there. Okay, I'm gonna head off though. Do you think it's better to short ETH as it has a clear? Yeah, yeah. I think it's better to short ETH in my opinion. Or smaller. Which metaverse altcoins would you think? Give me an example, Gorag. OP. I mean, look, nasty. If it's Sun, you in short Sun. Oh, bro, you fucking short Sun. Get on the fucking. That's sweet, that is. Okay, let's have a look. I mean, oh, I got someone asking about OP. OP looks like a short to me, in my opinion, as well. Just quickly touch base on this. The 1 hour. I've not charted this as well. Yeah, look at this. Come into resistance. Just off the base of this before I touch sand. Look at this low here. That's the key low there. Deviation over here. Support. We've come into this area here, this area of consolidation, and what we found a bit of a deviation there. Well, if it holds support, happy day, let's go. But I do think it's come back lower. This thin move is not natural. You don't have, like these fast move up all the way up for so long, because eventually it's come back down. Just like we had all this fast move back up, it came back down, one more move up, and then crashed down below. So I'm not too convinced that this is going to go up. I don't think this is going to hold up. I do think there's profit taking, especially it's the month end. You have to remember, when you come to the month end, we're going to have to create a week of the month as well. So it's not much of a what you call it. I think we break down. So looking at this, let's look at this 24 hours, and you can see it. If I were to play a short on this, for example, you see this area here. This is where we look. This is where we at. If we lose this level here, final resistance, I look to short the market back down level to level into this space over here, and then we'll see how we react there. That's the honest truth there itself. I mean, for me to actually stay on longs, it's actually a reclaim and hold above it, and then we go up there. So if we can reclaim and close above on the 4 hours, for example, above $1.13, then yeah, we've got some more move up there. But the way dollar index is going and ETH is looking for a short, I'd be looking to short OP in my opinion. Sand, let's do sand for Adam, because he so yeah, definitely. Where do you think it? Do you mind me asking where did you actually short your sand? Because that's actually quite a good one. So sand, where's it from? Resistance. It's literally up this here. Right there. So right here, support, lose it, resistance, come back up, resistance. It makes sense as well. It's like you can say Adam and Eve, innit? This is Adam and Eve. I don't know how they do it, but normally you see Adam and Eve and hold above it and then go up higher. But it's a meme. It's always a meme. So a pullback's quite natural. I mean, if I were to narrow this down, I think someone else talked about metaverse coins. Yeah, I think someone else talked about the metaverse coins. But we can discuss this in the group in a bit as well. So as you can see, what happened so far, just in the 1 hour, these highs has been taken out. Right, it's finally taken out there, and it's just doing a bit of a pullback. So we've got this trend line going on. It's holding a support there. I mean, makes sense to come back into this area. Oops, into here, find support. The moment we lose this, find a breakdown, sell it off there. So be cautious about the trend line, Adam. All right, I'll be very cautious about the trend line. See how we get on there. But if I were to short this, I mean, look at this here. Look at this. Right here, it makes sense there. So this is the area. This is the last consolidation we send the market back down. Okay, and all we've done, come up there, we've stop run there. Okay, we can close above there, which is quite interesting there. Now, if we close below on resistance of this, which is about, let's say, 79 cents, with bearish market structure, we've done bearish market structure. You should know this as well, Adam. If you need any help, give me a shout, and then we send this back down lower. I mean, how low can it go? I'll be looking for targets.
Let's have a look. No. See, this is a bit tricky though, because it's really, really volatile. Do we come back? See, the thing is, this is definitely one, right? That's definitely one to short. And then I'll be looking, kind of leaning towards here actually, and there. Towards over here, see how we react, get back below, back into this support here. And that high was a breakout, support, come back down to support. And if we lose this, then we go back down lower. I'm not too sure about that, but we'll have to work this out as we go along. Axis was with the token unlocks tomorrow. Yeah, if it was Ed. I'm gonna check out what Ed actually talked about. I'm gonna check out what Ed Ed talked about as well in a bit. Yeah. Man, I gotta stop smoking because my mouth getting fucking dry and shit. Post a chart on the. Have you posted a chart, Adam, on the DCC for San? We can all have a look at it for you. Doing a classic. I'll do one more and I'm gonna head off. I'm not feeling too 100% great, but let's have a look. It's London season USDT. What's done? Same thing. They're all acting the same way. Thing is, with Luna, it's a bit slightly different. I don't really like Luna that much, man. I mean, if I were to play this, if I were to look at it like this, this is what it was. This is range low. Right, yeah, this is range low. And this is range high. This is where the areas are. So again, if we break out of this, I'll be quite comfortable to actually play it up higher to mid range, and the mid range to range high. But looking at this, I'm gonna have to make a move in a bit. Delete. Let's go. This is I'll zoom into it. It's just bearish market structure all the way through, man. You know what I'm saying? We finally had the. So you see this consolidation here. Just focusing on this here. It's gone 15. As a day trade, let's see what we got from 15. Let's see. So we got this high here. That's where we find support. So it's all good there, right? And then we got this low here. So we've already established. Yeah. So, but for me to actually if Ethereum's going to go lower and dollar's going to go up, right? But what I'll be looking for is for us to get back on the underside of this range high area itself, break down, and then I'll play it back down. So where would I play it back down? I'll look at targeting these areas here. This area here is target 1 on these highs. See how we get back below it, and then I go back down, take out these liquidity at the bottom, and then squeezing down to range low. But that's what I'm looking for. We'll see what Ethereum's doing and dollar index. It all comes down to. But I'd say that'll be target 1, and then we'll see we go to target 2 and target 3. So play it level to level. If we come back into here and hold it as support, find bullish market structure, then I look to cut the trade and look because we're going to come back up to the underside of range high itself. And then from there we'll see what happens next. You can actually take a long back into this area here, and it makes sense over there. That's it for me, guys. I'm going to call it a day actually. I'm not 100% well, but I'll catch you guys tomorrow. So that's it for me. Nothing more to say really. You know, really and truly was Ethereum is a better play in terms of looking for a short. It's the clearest one in my opinion. Dollar index, we have to keep an eye on it, how we work out. Wait for GDP. Be very careful today as well. I wouldn't really start trading so much unless you're taking some scalps here and there before GDP. But I'd say wait for GDP to actually play itself out after GDP. Give it, give it an hour or two. Once that's done, and then we have something to play with. Okay, it is the month end, so don't take too much heavy trades as well. Okay, so I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Speak to you soon. Take care.